Hi everyone, I am Anshula and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Laudable. Today we would be discussing the topic types of jurisdiction. This is in continuation with my previous lecture Jurisdiction of Civil Code. Hope you have listened that video. Now, before a matter is adjudicated by a court, it is very important that court has jurisdiction to entertain that matter. Otherwise, the decision given by a court for that matter would be declared null and void. So, for a matter to be not declared null and void, it is very necessary and important that the court has all the jurisdictions to deal with the suit. So, today we will study the kinds of jurisdiction. First type of kind is civil and criminal jurisdiction. As very clear from the name, civil jurisdiction is that which deals with the disputes of civil nature. So, civil jurisdiction is that deals with the private disputes, and criminal jurisdiction is that which deals with crimes and it punishes the one who caused that crime. Now, second kind of jurisdiction is territorial or local jurisdiction. Territorial is very clear from the name that courts have clearly specified territories by the respective state government in accordance with the geographical limits to avoid overcrowding of cases and for the convenience of public. So, proper jurisdiction as per the territories is decided by the state government, and only suits which falls in their territory can be entertained by such court. Also, section 16 of the Code of Civil Procedure explains the importance of this term, as territorial jurisdiction as the basis decides whether that court has jurisdiction or not. So, if any immovable property is located in the jurisdiction of that court, then only dispute related to that property can be entertained by such court, otherwise not. Now, next is pecuniary jurisdiction. It is given in section 6 of the Code of Civil Procedure. So, court will have jurisdiction only over those suits in which the value or amount which is disputed between the parties does not exceed the decided limit which is decided by the state government to try a case. So, that limit related to money which is disputed between the parties is within the limit of that court, then only that court can decide dispute related to that matter, otherwise not. This is to prevent overcrowding of cases at higher court, otherwise everyone would run to higher courts. Already we have lot of cases in higher court and Supreme Court, and if this is not adopted, this point is not adopted, then there will be more overcrowding of cases at higher courts. So, jurisdiction according to value differs from state to state. Like in Uttar Pradesh, court of small causes can hear matters up to rupees 25,000, and in case of eviction cases they can hear matters up to rupees 1 lakh. Similarly, for a civil judge junior division, pecuniary limit is rupees 1 lakh and it can be increased up to 5 lakhs if it is notified by the High Court for certain municipal courts. While for civil judge senior division, there is no limit decided for the pecuniary jurisdiction. Now, next type of jurisdiction is jurisdiction as to subject matter. So, there are, as you must be knowing very well, that there are certain courts for certain types of cases, like family courts in which only matters related to family are decided. There are narcotics and drugs related courts in which only such matters are decided. So, there are some commercial courts in which only matters relating to dispute of commercial activities are decided. So, different courts have been empowered to decide different types of suits, and this is also prescribed and directed by the respective state government. For example, in UP, court of small causes can take up matters related to eviction of tenant, matter of promissory notes, like small matters, title of movables, etc. And conjugal court rights are decided in family courts. If no family court is there in that particular district, then district judge would take up the matters of the family related disputes. Now next type of jurisdiction is original jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction. Original jurisdiction is that court which is given the authority to take that matter in the first instance. Like if some dispute arose between husband and wife, then the respective family court has the original jurisdiction in regard to that dispute between the parties. And appellate jurisdiction is the power or authority which is given to a superior court, a court higher to a family court, be it a court of civil judge senior division or a district judge court or a ADJ court, or you can very well know that High Court, Supreme Court are the higher courts. So in India, High Court and Supreme Court have appellate jurisdiction. So if a lower court, they are not satisfied with the decision of the lower court, they can go to higher court by way of appeal or revision. So in India, these options are available in High Court and Supreme Court. Now next type of jurisdiction is exclusive and concurrent jurisdiction. Exclusive jurisdiction is that court in which a particular single court has the sole jurisdiction to decide the case. So no other court can take up matters related to that, because only that court has exclusive jurisdiction to try those cases. And concurrent jurisdiction is when two or more courts have similar type of jurisdictions or authorities to try matters. Like in a district, I can tell you of Delhi, there are 3 to 5 courts which can take up matters related to negotiable instrument disputes related to check bouncing and all. So these 3 to 5 courts have concurrent jurisdiction to decide matters related to negotiable instruments. So it is but it is not here, it is not open to litigant to go to which court. It is according to where his or her number would come. Now next is general and special jurisdiction. General jurisdiction extend to all types of cases, like in general civil matters, criminal matters, family court, many more. And special jurisdiction is like specific jurisdiction which is confined to like courts hearing cases of negotiable instruments. So such courts have a special jurisdiction. Now legal and equitable jurisdiction. Legal jurisdiction is exercised by common law courts in England. As you all know, English law is not a written law, it is only as per that law is only as per which is decided by the courts. And equitable jurisdiction is that jurisdiction which is exercised by the equity courts. In India, we have a combination of both legal and equity. So we have a combination of both legal and equitable jurisdiction in our Indian courts. And in England, they are different. Legal jurisdiction courts having such is different, and equitable jurisdiction courts having it are different. Now next type of jurisdiction is municipal and foreign jurisdiction. Municipal is the domestic jurisdiction which is exercised by the courts in a country, and foreign jurisdiction is the jurisdiction exercised by a court which is not in our own territory, like which are courts which decide the matter in some different country, like which are, for example, in case of India, any decision given by a Singapore court. So Singapore court taking that matter is the foreign jurisdiction for that Indian court. Now next type of jurisdiction is expounding and expanding jurisdiction. Expounding jurisdiction is just that court clearly explains the jurisdiction, like court is explaining its power or authority. So it is a duty of the court to expound its jurisdiction. And expanding jurisdiction is like extending it, expanding it. According to dictionary meaning, that is enlarging it. So it is not proper for the court to expand its jurisdiction. It should do it according to the provisions of the state government. As per the directives of the state government, every court is given some power or authority, and it should do in accordance to that only. It should exercise its jurisdiction in accordance to that only. Otherwise, so jurisdiction is very important for a matter. It is like first point decided, like before a matter is decided, it is the most important thing to be decided whether that court has jurisdiction or not. I hope From today's video, types of jurisdiction are clear to you. Please stay at home and stay safe, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe this video. Thank you.